Pupils Daily of China confirms that China's lander carrying China's first rover has touched down Mars' surface successfully. Citing China's National Space Administration, Pupils Daily says it was the country's first successful attempt to land a rover on Mars. China has become second country after United States of America to successfully land rovers on Red Planet. Russia earlier made an attempt, but its rover named Mars 3 stopped functioning after 110 seconds. US has landed 5 rovers so far. With successful Mars landing, both rivals are up for competition in a space race. China, like India, was once excluded from the International Space Station program, but it determined to build its own space station Tiangong, which China is likely to build very soon, and main module of the space station was successfully placed in low Earth orbit on 29th April this year. With no confirmation of International Space Station extension beyond 2024, China in most likelihood will be the only space power. With the successful landing of its rover and a space station in making, nationalism in China is most likelihood to boil to a level that People's Republic of China would attempt to reunify Taiwan militarily. The Zhurong rover, named after an ancient Chinese fire god, will photograph the landing site, conduct self-corrections and scientific exploration. The Chinese Mars mission was approved in 2016 with the aim of a complete orbit, landing and rover operation. The Tianwen-1 probe consists of an orbiter, lander and a rover. The Tianwen-1 mission, China's first interplanetary endeavor, reached the surface of the Red Planet on Friday, that is May 14th at approximately 4:41 am Indian Standard Time, when most of the Indians would be sleeping. Tianwen-1, which translates to Heavenly Questions, arrived in Mars orbit in February after launching to the Red Planet on a Long March 5 rocket in July 2020. After circling the Red Planet for more than 3 months, the Tianwen-1 lander with the rover attached separated from the orbiter to begin its plunge towards the planet's surface. Once the lander and the rover entered Mars' atmosphere, the spacecraft endured a similar procedure to 7 minutes of terror that NASA's Mars rover has experienced when attempting soft landings on Mars. A heat shield protected the spacecraft during the fiery descent, after which the mission safely parachuted down to the Utopia Planitia region, a plain inside of an enormous impact basin in the planet's northern hemisphere. Much like during NASA's Perseverance rover landing, Tianwen-1's landing platform fired some small downward-facing rocket engines to slow down during the last few seconds of its descent. The China National Space Administration has not yet officially confirmed the successful landing, but People's Daily tweeted congratulatory message of President Xi. It wrote, quote, President Xi Jinping on Saturday extended congratulations on the successful landing of China's first probe on Mars. She extended warm congratulations and sincere greetings to all members who have participated in the Mars exploration mission Tianwen-1 in a congratulatory message, unquote. China's Mars rover, called Zhurong, after an ancient fire god in Chinese mythology, will part ways with the lander by driving down to a foldable ramp. Once it has deployed, the rover is expected to spend at least 90 Martian days or about 93 Earth days roving around on Mars to study the planet's composition and look for signs of water ice. A Earth on Mars lasts about 40 minutes longer than a day on Earth. Utopia Planitia is believed to contain vast amount of water ice beneath the surface. It is also where NASA's Viking 2 mission touched down in 1976. The six-wheeled rover, which is about the size of NASA's twin Mars rovers Spirit and Opportunity, carries 6 scientific instruments on board, including 2 panoramic cameras, a ground-penetrating radar, and a magnetic field detector. It also has a laser that it can use to zap rocks and study their composition, as well as a meteorological instruments to study the climate and weather on Mars. Zhurong will work in tandem with the Tianwen-1 orbiter to study the Red Planet, and the orbiter will serve as a data relay station for communications between Zhurong and mission controller on Earth. The orbiter is designed to last for at least 1 Martian year, or about 687 Earth days. Tianwen-1 may be China's first Mars landing mission. It is China's first Mars shot. The first, an orbiter called Inghao-1, launched in 2011 with Russia's failed Phobos Grunt Mars sample return mission, which never made it past Earth's orbit after launch, instead crashing into the Pacific Ocean and destroying the spacecraft. Successful orbit insertion of Tianwen-1 mission in February made China the 6th entity to do so, following NASA, the Soviet Union, the European Space Agency, India and the United Arab Emirates. The European Space Agency has attempted 2 Mars landings, but both the spacecraft crashed. Tianwen-1 is China's first interplanetary mission. Until now, Chinese spacecraft haven't ventured beyond Earth's moon, where the nation has successfully landed 2 rovers as part of the Chang'e program, which most recently brought moon rocks to Earth in December. China is also planning to launch an ambitious Mars sample return mission in 2028, much like a joint NASA and ESA sample return mission scheduled to launch that same year. Chinese attracted criticism for being irresponsible when its Long March 5B rocket, also known as Chang'e 5B debris, came tumbling to Earth in an uncontrolled fashion. China is also collaborating with Russia on an asteroid sample return mission scheduled to launch in 2024. Chinese keep mum most of the time regarding their space program, but Chinese tourists keep thronging Mars Base 1 in Gansu province, deep in Gobi Desert, built by Sea Space Company. The tourist destination not only makes Chinese fearless about space, but make them strong to dream big. Thanks for watching. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.